Oh yeah, I look good. It's fine. We look
Oh,
good.
you look good? Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
no.
Yeah,
This is
sure.
as good as it gets.
Whatever you say. So, welcome back, race fans, to another edition of Behind the Windshield. I'm your host, That Savage. Today, I'm joined by driver of the number 11, P.A. Bobbitt. Thank you for joining us today.
Hey man, good to be on the show.
So, you've been with the league now 3 seasons, going into your 4th season. Still looking for that elusive first win.
Yeah, we've been there and a couple of times. We just somehow can't seem to get across the finish line first. There were times where teammates, could have been there and let me have it, but they chose to take it. But that's fine. We won't get into that. But we find ourselves in position. We're going to just take it next time. So.
Yeah. Knowing that a teammate would have let you win probably would have hurt a little bit.
Not at all.
Dude, stop. Let me go. Dude, stop. Let me go. Dude, let me go. Dude, I'm gonna report you. Dude, let me go.
Nope, not at all. Go take it any way you can get it.
Nope.
No shame in your game. Huh?
Because nobody looks back on the score sheet and says, "Oh, they let him win that one." 2 years from now, nobody gonna remember that.
See, I do. There was a time where Ryan Bell got his first win, and I look back and I go, "That win right there, they let him have it." Just saying.
Okay. Maybe I'm the one that would keep score.
So, also, we're coming off of Talladega. You were there at the very end. I do distinctly remember a call out from your former owner letting you know, I'm there, I'm with you, I'm right behind you.
And then, yeah, I'm behind you.
Did you make a move at the end there, trying to make it to the front?
So, me and my former owner have had multiple conversations about this, just as friends now, left the organization. But earlier that race, have it be known, on the record, he had dropped out of the lead pack, and yours truly hooked up and pushed him back to the lead pack.
What's up, guys? Nice guys finish last.
To where we caught the draft. I pushed him for probably 10 laps. I pushed Robbie. At that end, Dixon is just out there chilling. I'm right behind Dixon. I'm like, we're going to go get him. This is our spot. And he saw it. I went, and Robbie dove to the bottom to get behind Dixon. Left me out to dry, so I had to jump into the back of that line. Afterwards, he claimed it was a mistake. We'll see with time. We'll see what time feels a mistake.
Well, I would like to point out that when push came to shove in the owner's draft, you were sitting there for quite some time.
That is true.
And he chose, when Dixon came up, to spend a good majority of his money, knowing that you were still sitting there, and that somebody else had some more money than him at that point, and there's a good chance that you'd be leaving him.
That's true. And now,
actually, I do believe that's 2 drafts in a row. He's chosen somebody else over you.
It's true.
The way it's set up.
Last season it just worked out where Toyota disbanded and I went back to Ford.
Right. You just kind of got lucky.
So,
I mean, is it?
Yep.
Do you think maybe he's just been trying to kick you out the door this whole time, or?
Maybe so. Maybe he's like, playing nice on the side and buddy, but at the end of the day, he doesn't want me on the team, and that's fine.
Okay, that's it. Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Well, I mean,
it's his business decision, and right now, first place is writing checks that he's not cashing. So.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I don't think Team Ford has a win this season.
I don't either. Come to think of it, it's a good point, Zach.
Yeah, and they also might be last in points.
I think you're right. I'm not a math major or anything, but I do think that makes them last.
Yeah, well, there's a good possibility of that. So, speaking of team owners, though, you do have a new team owner.
Yeah, he's a jerk.
Yeah, he can be sometimes. At the same time, though, is there anything majorly different that he's doing that maybe somebody else, wasn't doing, or vice versa? Or
No, I think the difference is a lot of the things I liked about driving on Ford was the camaraderie when it came to setups. I'm not a strong car engineer.
The knack. It's a rare condition characterized by an extreme intuition about all things mechanical and electrical, and utter social ineptitude.
Can he lead a normal life?
No. He'll be an engineer.
No!
There. Don't blame yourself.
Will it go away over time?
It might, but pray it doesn't. If an engineer loses the knack, the results can be devastating.
But you and I have similar driving styles. We collaborate on setups. I can't really always drive your setup, but I kind of take your setup and maybe morph it a little bit. You morph at the end. But I think one of the things that's different in Toyota camp than Ford camp last year is the timeliness of talking about the next race. We came out of Dega that night talking about getting ready for Martinsville, where at Ford it would be, Tuesday, Wednesday morning, one of us initiating a text. Anybody got anything good? So I think that's the fundamental difference, is the timeliness of it, which then gives us reaction time to prepare to get ready to race.
So going into Martinsville this week, how you feeling? Who do you think's strong?
Robbie's always ran really strong at Martinsville. But Martinsville is one of those tracks where it's like Dega. It's not in the sense, that you're hooking up in a pack and drafting, but like literally just surviving and being there at the end is really all you need to place well at Martinsville. I feel okay. I've never been strong at Martinsville, but I have my braking points. I have my lift points. Those were really established when we ran the trucks there last year. I understand the cars are a little different. But I ran okay in the trucks there. So we're going to see if that translates to the Cup cars. It's really just sticking that nose down on that curb and hold your corner and pray to God nobody takes the inside of you.
You're sitting up there in the points. We've already discussed, the win. It just hasn't quite come there. How do you feel about your chances moving forward through the rest of the season? I mean, do you feel like this is definitely the season that the win is going to come and it's going to be there? Your team owner went ahead and put an over/under on you on your win total being 3. Right now, you're making them look like a schmuck, but we would really appreciate if you didn't do that.
I think that it's definitely going to come this year at some time. The 3, we'll see. I can tell you, in the seasons we've been doing this, I've never had this much momentum out of the gate. Never had this much confidence in the car that we're bringing every single week. So there's always this timidness. And then if you go back and kind of watch how the seasons have flowed for me, I've always done okay at the beginning, never great. Usually came in the middle. I would either dip in the middle and then come back up to 6th, 7th, or I would coast in the middle and then just die off at the end. I don't think that's going to happen this year. I think, like I said, I feel good about the car every single week. I think that we're going to, as a team, Toyota, I think we're going to be strong all year. I'm not a big smack talker, as much as I like to joke about it, because I don't like to write checks my butt can't cash. But I do think that Toyota is going to be really strong all year, and I think they're going to be chasing us most of the year.
Okay. Hey, that's fine. You stayed consistent through the first 3 races here. We worked hard together. I think at Watkins Glen, we got you a good setup. Really made sure that you got your lines. I know D-Train spent a lot of time with you himself. I helped you out with your lines there, and you put together a really good showing. Ended up coming in third. You said it yourself, probably the hardest third place you've ever worked for. But it showed, Then the next week, you were right up top there. Kind of took one for the team. I know you were worried I was going to come in there and trash you and wreck us both, but I'd have backed off.
Yeah.
And then even last week at Talladega.
Yeah. See, not a lot of people know that. See,
right. I
was gonna say, see, not everyone knows that. I lifted a lot going into 3 because I was like, Zach's going to dive this and he's going to take us both out.
Well, I came in low and was able to kind of hold it down there on that line there, and you were high and you just taking the safe route, went ahead and backed out. Do you have anything to say over the kind of controversy that came out last week, passing below the yellow line, not passing below the yellow line?
No.
Now, what I want to point out right here is D-Train is already back down below that dotted white line, and Hampton is just above as Dixon goes down below the yellow line. And
I am a rule follower by nature. This is the way I am in life. So when I saw Dixon dive, I thought he had originally been hit. But when we went back and we saw the replays, I was like, he wasn't hit. Maybe he was avoiding a wreck. Maybe he wasn't. We can get into that all day. But by definition, he did advance below the yellow line. So I think the council got together. I think we had some different opinions. I think it was a good different opinion. I think we argued it out. I think we reached a conclusion, albeit right, wrong, and different opinion, but I believe we did reach a conclusion. And I think that going back to Dega next year, that's going to be in the front of everyone's mind. So I think you're going to see possibly less likelihood of that happening.
Yeah, I would agree with that as well. We all knew in the moment, when it all happened, everybody was kind of doing their own thing. Thought, maybe he could have been avoiding the wreck and whatnot. Dixon, being the older gentleman that he is, has definitely played that angle up, but he knows.
It might
have
been bad eyesight.
Yeah,
it might have been old age and bad eyesight. It could have been that. We didn't even think about that.
Yeah, it's possible. It did look like he had some cataracts last week's episode.
That's a good point.
Is there anything specific that you're looking to accomplish other than that first win? Are we just pushing all Team Toyota and all the chips on the table, trying to get that W for them on top of getting your first win and maybe even making a run for a championship?
Yeah, I would love to get that first win. I'll be honest, that's probably my first priority. Not that I have anything against Team Toyota, but selfishly, I'm ready for that first win to come. I would love to get Toyota 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't know if we're going to realistically get there, but I would love to get as many of us as possible right up to that last cut race, right at striking distance, to take as many of us into the championship as we can. And then I would like to just be in that championship race for once, and have a fight in it, because every year I've been right to cut line or like 1 or 2 positions below going into the championship race. And you race that last race differently, knowing you're not in it, right? You stay out of the way. You don't cause wrecks. You try not to cause wrecks. And you're really just racing the person behind you so you can finish above them for position. I want to be in the one where we're like, you're dogging for that first spot. So really this year, if I had to encapsulate that, I want to get a win. I want the team to do good, but I really just want to make sure that at the end I'm there and I'm in striking distance for the championship.
Talk about anything specific that you want to really get off your chest or point out or let everybody know?
Dixon is very angry this year. Has everyone else noticed that? he is driving with a purpose this year. I don't know if he just thinks his retirement's coming or what, but Dixon and I used to be good. We were bros, man. We used to race each other back for 11th position, but now all of a sudden that we're racing for the front. He's a hungry dude.
Yeah, he's definitely hungry. And I'm privy to more by handing out these interviews. And I will say that talking with him, I did get that feeling that he's extremely hungry.
Yeah.
It's just he doesn't have the groceries to, make the dinner.
I think one of the shocking things that I've seen really pan out this year from the league is how low Robbie is finishing some of these races. Now, I know some of them have been set up discussions. Some of them have been, just haven't been there. But Robbie's general low positioning has really thrown a wrench into this thing. As far as, your assumptions going into the season. You look at the power rankings. So I ain't never thought I'd see Robbie that low. So I don't know if it's on the home front or what, but that number, what is he? He's running the 21 this year, right? That number 21. They got to get going. Zach's leaving. I could sing for everyone if you want me to.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
I don't know if you know this or not, but the Daytona 500 actually falls on Valentine's Day this year.
Okay.
We're
canceling all our plans anyway. We ain't doing nothing. We're going to watch a race.
You're going to watch the race? It's already been discussed.
Yeah. My little girl's a Chase Elliott fan. She loves Chase Elliott. So that's her boo thing. She's the only driver that she points at the screen for, so we know she's instantly in love with Chase Elliott. That's fine. She's a Hendricks driver. I'll accept it. But yeah, if the 500's on Valentine's Day, we ain't doing nothing. We watch race.
And that could also just be a gift from your wife to you, as as Valentine's Day always seems to be one-sided for the woman,
right?
And the man.
Right. Yep.
First, I just want to point something out here that anniversaries, Valentine's Day. Why are we not celebrating the opposite side? It's always the man to do things for the woman. Just throwing that out there, and also, oh, never mind. I can't say that.
I had a kid and everybody wanted to get Jessica things. I was there. I had a part in that.
Right. You contributed.
I didn't get nothing.
Right.
I did. I ate all the free food that they gave us at the hospital. It was great.
Yeah. And look, you also, that roof's still over the head. I'm sure she helps out a little bit with that, but.
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean.